If this is the first time you come across any of my videos, hi, my name is Amanda. I am Amanda Nieves 10 on every single social platform. But today's video is going to be all about what's in my makeup bag. As somebody who is constantly testing and trying out new products, I do have a makeup bag that lives on my vanity of the things that are just in heavy rotation, the things that I don't want to have to look for. I reach for them often. Let's talk about what I currently have in the bag. So the very first thing that lives in the makeup bag are my Makeup Forever face palettes. This one is the HD Skin, and I should open these up. Okay, so one is a blush palette and the other is like a more face palette. It'll have foundation in it. This one here is the blush palette, and as you can see, she's well loved. I love the formula that's in the pans. It's more of a, if you've ever used like cream makeup before, this right here, so good. If you have like aging skin, maybe fine lines that are starting to come in, cream makeup is going to be incredibly forgiving for you. So my entire face today came from these Makeup Forever palettes. But the thing that is so cool about these palettes, I make my own custom color corrector with these formulas. I mix the lightest shade, and then I also mix these two colors here. They're like these peach tone blushes to make the perfect shade of color corrector. You can see that it's kind of like it has some of the concealer. I literally dip right in here. They give this skin like finish, but they also give really nice coverage. Huge fan of these. Two other foundations that I like to keep in the makeup bag. This one is a new one that I've been testing out, and I did do a video using this one already. This is my full coverage baddie by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the Impeccable Foundation. I use the shade 2WP. This is a new foundation by Anastasia. This one has incredible coverage. It's going to give you more of a matte, like a natural matte finish. Honestly, I'm very surprised at what Anastasia was able to do with this formula. It's not drying at all. I normally like stay away from the matte formulas. I mentioned that in my other video, but this one is incredible. Haus Labs as a brand is known for infusing skincare into their makeup products, and they make really good makeup products. Once you actually get the product on your skin and you see the way it wears and performs, you're like, oh, okay, this wasn't just advertising. Do you know what I mean? Both of these, so good. At this point, I've talked so much about these blushes already. I swear I'm not sponsored. They've never sent me a PR package. Everything that I own from Kosas, I've purchased myself. These are the Kosas Blushes Life blushes. My favorite blush formula, like truly, these, I always have these on hand, specifically these two shades. This is Dreamland, and then this one over here is Euphoria. It's actually what I have layered on top of my Makeup Forever cream blushes. As someone in her 30s who has more textured skin, when these originally launched, I did not think that I was going to like these, because normally when something has that luminous finish to them, it can actually catch on to like your pores. It just can emphasize texture in the worst way. These don't do that, and they are just gorgeous. Like, do you see these shades? Another fave by Haus Labs. This is the Haus Labs bronzer in the shade Light Level 4. It's what I have on today to set my cream bronzer. It's a powder that feels like a cream on the skin, like it blends like a cream on the skin. It's not patchy. Also, the shade range on their bronzer, they really cover a wide variety of undertones. Such a good bronzer if you're looking for a new one. This one is really nice. All right, let's talk about cream bronzers that are living in the bag currently. So I actually got this LYS bronzing stick during Black Friday, and I just started using it. I mean, clearly you guys can see she's well loved, but a little goes a long way. This is literally how I use this. Like, do you see how pigmented that is? You don't need a lot of this. This thing is literally gonna last me forever. I added a little more to blend this out so you guys can see the way it blends, but it's so creamy but not too wet. I'm really late to this, but I do really like it. The next thing that I have here is by Say Beauty. This is the Sun Melt. This is one of those bronzing products, especially on the days when I'm doing more of like a minimal makeup look. Like, I'll go in heavily with bronzer just to kind of give me life to my face. But she's well loved. I like things that have more of a hydrating component to them, that glide on my face, not too slippery, okay? Like, layer beautifully underneath the powder that I'm going to put on top of it, but also if I don't want to powder it, I don't want to worry that this is going to slip off of my face because it's too hydrating. This is that happy medium between both of those places, and it's just an incredible product. This single-handedly is carrying my glam ass through the winter. One of my secrets to getting my skin to look like skin underneath makeup is using a oil-based primer, especially during the winter. I stay away from these like in the summertime just because my skin just doesn't need it, but in the winter when I'm lacking hydration, this right here, it comes in so clutch. It's by Glossier. It's called the Future Dew Oil Serum Hybrid. Definitely a staple for me. The concealers that live in the makeup bag, Natasha Denona in the shade P2. And then this is my MAC Studio Finish Concealer. This has SPF 35 in the shade NC25. I can get away with using the MAC one with not a lick else on my face. Let's say I'm just running out to the grocery store and I just have a zit or a dark spot that I want to cover. I'm going to reach for this. I don't have to set it. It is more of a like that cream consistency, and it will set down. I don't need to powder it. It's just going to wear really nicely. This little thing comes in so freaking clutch, especially when I'm not trying to do a lot. Like, I will definitely reach for this. This is my Natasha Denona concealer. I use the shade P2. This is a more like color correction and concealer all in one. Whenever I need to bring my features forward, this is what I'm going to reach for. It's such a good concealer too. Like, I do want to get another shade that's closer to my actual skin tone. This is definitely more of a brightening shade for me. But I do really like the formula on this concealer. If you've ever seen a MAC girl working at a MAC counter and you've seen how buttery smooth her skin looks, it's because she's wearing this. This is the Studio Fix Powder Foundation by MAC. This is an oldie but a goodie. But this just will give a very smoothing effect to the face. Definitely recommend. If you've never tried powder foundation, this is a great place to start. MAC makes one of the best. This is my Lottie London Brightening Pink Powder. I love a good bright under eye. I want to look awake, okay? This definitely does that. This is like drugstore price. This is the Soft Blur Setting Powder in the shade 2 Light Neutral. I use the Makeup by Mario one to more like clean up underneath my cream contour and like right in the center of my forehead. Really the places where I want to add brightness and bring forward, I'll go in with the Makeup by Mario, but both of these are really good. My go-to eyeshadow palette, and what I have on my eyes right now is the Dose of Colors, the Baked Browns eyeshadow palette. I'm wearing this shade right here, this shade, and the cream one in the brow. It's just really easy to create like a good brown smoky eye. I love a brown smoky eye. It is like my everyday type of makeup look. I know not everybody likes rocking a smoky eye on the daily, but me, if I'm gonna put makeup on, she has to be smoky. I'm reaching for this Juvia's Place blush a lot recently, specifically this lighter like peachy pink shade. It's so good. Like, look at that color. This is the Volume 2 Blush Duo from Juvia's Place. Super affordable. I got mine at Ulta. They last forever. I also like this shade over here. It is pretty. I just find myself using the lighter pink shade more. You can actually mix both of these blushes to get a beautiful like blush concoction. This is my favorite part of this video. Here are the lip products that have been in heavy rotation, which is why they live in the makeup bag. Starting with my Prada lipstick. This is the shade P159. Any of these lip products I can pair with any lip liner and it's gonna look good, which is what I love about these. So here's that first one, Prada P159. Next, MAC Flesh Pot. I can't believe I've never owned this lipstick shade before, but I've been wearing this a lot with MAC Plum recently. Like, look at that. They look so similar. The finishes are different. The Prada one is a matte formula, a very comfortable matte, so nice. And then MAC Flesh Pot is more of a satin finish. Beautiful as well. This Makeup by Mario in the shade Flat Iron. It's actually what I have on my lips right now. Such a good color. And the last one that I actually am also wearing on my lips right now as well is the Butter Gloss by NYX in the shade Creme Brulee. A classic, truly. Like, just so good. The last three products that I have to show you are all eyeliners. These are the ones that are in constant rotation. I have two by Makeup by Mario, Soft Brown, Perfect Brown, and then a Dose of Colors eyeliner. Let me show you what they look like though, because I did swatch them. So this first one at the top is soft brown. It's actually what I have in my waterline today. It's my most used eyeliner, clearly. Also, the Makeup by Mario eyeliners do come with a different shaped brush at the end. And then I also have Perfect Brown by Makeup by Mario, which is right below it. It's a brown, like a really deep brown shade. It's not black. It's a little bit softer in the waterline. I really like the way this looks on the eyes. And then my last one here is by Dose of Colors. This is a retractable eyeliner. What are these called? It's Fine eyeliner in the shade Polished Black. This one lasts really, really well. When I want a dark smoky eye, this is the shade that I'll reach for. Soft Brown, Perfect Brown, and Polished Black by Dose of Color. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this What's in My Bag video. There are more YouTube videos planned. I literally spent all day yesterday coming up with like a list of video ideas that I really want to do. So stay tuned because we are actually sticking to our YouTube plan this year. Honestly, out of all of my platforms, my YouTube platform is the smallest kind of group of people or subscribers. But it gives like my early TikTok days. I don't know, it just feels more niche. Like it just feels like we're locked in. If you can listen to me talk for an extended period of time, like you're bestie. You're part of the OG crowd. So every single Monday, I'll have a new video posted for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.